Good morning, children. Welcome to today's online class. So this week I'm going to take new chapter of history, that is effect of British rule on the Indian population. So as in the previous chapter you have studied, either I have taught you about the administrative establishment of British, and now in this chapter we are going to study about the effect of British rule on Indian society. As we people know that more than 200 years we were under the Britishers. So what effect they have made on us, let us see in this chapter. Since 1680 to 1757 AD, trade was the main purpose of the British, and they used to take cloth, spices, etc. from India, and in return they used to bring gold, silver in exchange during that time, and they used to earn high profit on selling Indian goods in foreign market, but they cannot do the same in Indian market. Whatever profit they are getting, they never used to put in our Indian market. Due to one-sided trade, East India Company had to face a criticism. Definitely, company were forced to arrange money from trade for India only. So the company need to arrange money from trade from India. And after the battle of Buxar and Palasi, Bengal was under their control. Bengal was under the British control. They become royal courtyard of Bengal, Bihar, Orissa, and got tried to collect land revenue. And slowly, the Britishers spread everywhere, and they are got time to get the collect land revenue from the Bengal, Bihar, and Orissa. And then afterward, they did not have to face main problem of money for their administration, because slowly they totally spread everywhere, and now they are getting all the money from Bengal, Bihar, and Orissa for the payment during the collecting land revenue. So during that time, land revenue was a main source of income for the rulers. Land revenue, it means जिनके पास land रहता था, जमीन रहती थी, भले उनकी खेती हो ना हो, they used to pay the tax, and they used to going to boycott all the rules and regulations. And the English also capture same for their earning. It means we can say that the English are totally collecting money from Bihar, Bengal, and Odisha, and they are keeping in their own pockets. Next topic we are having here, agriculture policy of Britishers. Previously, British applied the same method of taxation as it was there in the locality of these places, and then afterward a different policy was adopted to decide amount and keep them safe. Startingly, they have started the new method of taxation, and slowly they had decided also some amount. This policy was based on the condition of the different states of the India. It means according to the economic condition of the particular state, they used to collect money. And the person who used to, sorry, in this main issue of settlement here were the Jamindari, Raitwari and Mahalwari. Keep in your brain that the main system of the settlements, they are Jamindari, Raitwari and Mahalwari. If you having any book, then please put underline over here about the Jamindari, Raitwari and Mahalwari, and in the further paragraphs I will explain you about all threes. And in the earlier period, the collection of revenue by the Britishers were done. Startingly, the collection of revenue जो tax मिलता था, it was used by to collect by the Britishers only through contractors who were selected by the auction. And the person who used to do the collection of money faster and more amount used to get the right to be a collector or contractor. It means the person who used to collect money, either more revenue more than others, they got a new post and they used to call as a collector or contractor. And this contractor tried his level best to collect more and more revenue from the farmers and peasants as earlier as possible, because they need the high post of the collector. That's why the revenue used to be collect. The contractor was only concerned about his revenue and he was not worried about the peasant. The contractor, the person who used to collect revenue from the farmer, he least bothered about the condition of peasant, because they know that the contractors are only getting revenue just to get their own benefit, just to get the post. They never used to think about the peasants benefit either loss, मतलब गरीब को कितना लॉस हो रहा उसके बारे में लोग कभी नहीं सोचते थे. Therefore, the term of contract settlement by the contractor was increased to 5 years instead of 1 or 3 years by the British. Slowly, the revenue collection also going to be 5 years instead of 1 or 2 years by the Britisher. It means they thought that if they give a contract for long term exploitation toward peasant will be decreased. It means startingly they used to get the 5 years for the particular terms, that in this area for the coming 5 years that particular contractor have to collect the revenue. But slowly the Britishers come to know that if the same person is going to collect for the several years, then definitely they will have a good friendship with that peasant and they are not going to them sorry and they will not go to take the money by forcefully, and they can't be able to exploit. So instead of new contractor, they started giving taxes to olden zamindars. In this manner, the policy of revenue collection changed frequently. It means the policy of the revenue collection, it used to change year by year. Every year they used to make a new policy to collect the revenue. So come to the next topic, that is a permanent settlement. What is a permanent settlement is actually? In the year 1789, British government made an agreement with the Jamindar of Bengal, and that was a permanent settlement. Lord Cornwallis decided that land revenue will be the collected by Jamindar. So during the permanent settlement, it was discussed that land revenue is going to be collected by the Jamindar according to the Lord Cornwallis, and these Jamindar who will not give the land revenue would surrender their Jamindari and new Jamindar will take over each place. It means the Lord Cornwallis put one condition also, that if they are going to collect that revenue and they will not pay to the Britisher, then during in that condition the Jamindar have to surrender their Jamindari. To escape the problem from the frequent decisions for land revenue, Lord Cornwallis in 1789-90 established a rule. Our new rule is there also. Let us see what is that. On basis of land revenue paid, Jamindar will have to power for 10 years to buy and sell the property. And the basis of land revenue paid Jamindar, they got power for the 10 years to buy and sell the property. And any failure in paying revenue by peasants gave them authority to acquire their lands. It means they had purchased the post. They used to, the Jamindar used to pay to the Britishers and they got authority as a Jamindar that if any peasant is going to pay, either if they are going to refuse, अगर वो बोलते हैं कि हम नहीं देंगे ये पैसा, then they have authority to acquire their land. तो ज़बरदस्ती उनके खेत वो छीन सकते हैं. For company rulers, land revenue was the main source of income. I think you have already learned in the class in 7th also that for the company rulers in the means the Britishers. The Britishers are the main source of income is just only the revenue which are collecting from the farmers, that is our farmer, Indian farmers only. And by this system, company got economic stability. The drawback of this law, that the main focus was not on the development of agriculture or increase of quantity, but on the contrary, the Jamindar used to collect revenue on the regular basis, which did not provide any profit to the government or peasant. It means the main motto of the Jamindar just to collect the revenue. They are not at all thinking about the development of the agriculture as well the government. So dear children, this is all about today, and the rest of the chapter will continue in the next class. Thank you.